Hey guys, what's up? It's Umbruhh here, and today I'm back with another Final Fantasy XIV video, and today I want to show you all how to make my glamour in Final Fantasy XIV. So, you may be watching me, you may be looking at my videos and say, I want to look like a complete edgelord like Umbruhh here. So thankfully, you've clicked on the right video, because I am going to show you how to make your very own Umbra Stormblade in Final Fantasy XIV. Let's go, shall we? Now, before we start this, I recommend that you all pick up at least 2 pots of Soot black dye, which can be obtained from either the market boards or the Ixali vendors, if I'm not mistaken. We only need 2 because we're going to be using these for 2 of our gear sets, but we'll get to that as we go on. So first off, I'm going to start off with the weapon, which is the Baldur blade. I really like the way this weapon looks. I think it looks great with many Dark Knight glamours, especially if you're going for kind of like a knight kind of feel. And I just like the sword. And you can obtain this sword from doing either Never Reap or the Fractual Continuum. Now, the easiest way to do this is to do it unsynced with the level 80 character. You can pretty much solo this. And you could even try it with a level 70-ish character, which I used to do back in Stormblood. Now, it's easier to do this as a tank because you have a lot more HP and you can soak up a lot more damage, but feel free to use whichever class you like, although if you are running this below level 80, like level 70, I do recommend that you go tank. And for the headpiece, I use the Lakeland Hood of Fending, which is a headpiece that drops in Holminster Switch, which is the first dungeon of Shadowbringers. I mean, most of the time I like to hide my helmets, but sometimes I really like this hood, and it fits really well with my glamour. And so next up, we're going to the bread and butter of this, the chest piece. And the chest piece I use, both the chest piece and the gloves I use come from the Scion Traveler set. So I use the Scion Traveler's jacket for my chest, and the Scion Traveler's gloves for my hands. And both of these can be obtained from the quest called A Requiem for Heroes, which is the final quest in Stormblood, and I'm talking about all the patch content too, not the final quest of Stormblood, which is just called Stormblood. And for the chest piece, I dye it with Soot black dye, although I just leave the gloves alone. And the legs I used are the Leonhardt bottoms, which is the Squall Leonhardt attire from Final Fantasy VIII. Now, you get these pants from subscribing to the game for at least 330 days, so if you guys haven't been playing the game that long, you might need to wait a little bit before you can get this gear set. And the boots I use are the Legacy Warrior Sabatons. Now, this is a Mog Station item, so you'll have to buy the Legacy Warrior attire from the Mog Station. It's about $5 American, but it's fairly cheap compared to some of the other items on the shop. And it's also a quest reward from the Moonfire Fair in 2016, so if you did the Moonfire Fair back in 2016, you might have this set. And I dye the boots Soot black dye as well. And with that, you should have your very own Umbra Stormblade. Mostly. But anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this cool little glamour guide. If you want me to make more of these glamour guides, feel free to comment down below on what kind of glamours you want to see. Subscribe for more Final Fantasy content, follow me on Twitter and Twitch, and I will see you guys later. I love you all. Umbra, out.